Oh, man. I'm not feeling it today.
No, we'll knock it out real quick.
I don't know.
That's how I just felt after that.
Just kidding, you guys. Welcome back to Rate My Build, episode 6. Right?
That's correct.
Okay, episode 6. On this episode, we have the first ever 99 overall on Stadia, Google Stadia, NBA 2K20. Also claims to be the top rep.
Yep, he did.
Best player in the world. But he didn't say that. But he might be. He might be. Also, we have our winner from our last episode who won a spot on this episode, correct?
Correct. Yep.
And if you guys want to win a spot on the next episode, here's what you got to do. Leave a comment on this video down below, a video idea that you have that is not not 2K related.
Yeah, I don't even want to give examples. I just want you guys to use your brain and think creatively. Anything that you can imagine that you'd like us to make a video on that has nothing to do with 2K, comment down below. We'll pick one, and you're going to be on the next edition of Rate My Build.
How's the lineup look for today's episode?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We have Scottie Pippen coming up.
Scottie Pippen? Wait, haven't we already had Scottie Pippen?
Probably.
I looked at the photo on this one. It's actually pretty legit.
It's really good. It's really good. But yeah, it's a great lineup, I think. We're going to start with our winner.
And you're doing some rating, right?
And I am too. I'm back. I forgot. I'm back.
You're back.
Yep. Swizz unfortunately couldn't make it onto episode 6, so yours truly is back for all the action, and I'll be rating some builds as well. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, well then let's throw it to me, and we're gonna rank our guy One Red Mike. First build of the day, we have One Red Mike at One Red Mike on Twitter. He's a point guard, 6'5", minimum wingspan, 99 overall, 180 on the weight, plays all game modes. And in his little recap at the bottom, he said, what makes this build special is the high speed, 3-point ball handle, plus a 99. He gets his fancy layup and dunk animations. His steal, lateral quickness, and perimeter defense goes 80 plus when playing alongside his center teammate, who has defensive leader, Hall of Fame. Essentially making him a poor man's two-way because he doesn't have those badges while remaining elite offensively. So, Wolf, I'm going to throw it to you first. Let's check out these attributes. What do you think here on One Red Mike?
It looks like a basic play sharp build, nothing special here. 6'5", minimum arms to get that dribble in and three-pointer. This looks like the day one build a lot of guards made. The hybrid green-yellow, play sharp. Not a bad build. I think he could have did a little bit more defensively. He only got 3 badges. Maybe I could have like 5. Maybe to get that pickpocket up or something. But overall, this is a solid build. Like I said, basic play sharp, nothing special, nothing crazy, but he gets the job done.
Nate, what do you think?
I like it a lot, honestly. I agree with Wolf. I think you could have gotten some more defensive badges, but I mean, it's still a really solid build, I think, especially for what he's trying to do. Because his defensive attributes are pretty good for sort of being that second fiddle on defense. He's got 78 perimeter defense and 78 lateral quickness. So and then like Wolf said, it's like a play sharp day one. I mean, offensively, that's literally how it plays. So it's a good build. I like it.
All right, let's take a look at these badges here. On finishing, he only has 4 to work with, and he has consistent and contact on. Are those the 2 you guys would play with, or fancy? I see both of them shaking their heads there. What do you guys think?
Yeah. So it's funny because I know there's so many point guards that have different combinations of finishing badges. I think it's one of the more wide range badge section. But again, I'd probably go fancy, and then I'm not mad at keeping contact, maybe slithery, maybe giant slayer, but something in between there. I still don't know how good, and Wolf, you can answer this too. I don't know how good a consistent finish to this day.
Consistent finishers are good badge, but I think there's way more important ones, especially for the guard. So I think you hit it right in the head. Like, you want to go fancy footwork, silver. I think contact silver is good as well, just to finish in traffic if you're driving. So I think he only has 4 badges to work with, so he don't have much to do, but I think the two main ones should probably be Contact and his Fancy Silver. I think that'll be his best bet.
All right, and then if we move down to shooting, it looks like every time I see this diamond over here, it seems like everybody's got the dead eye, the green machine, the hot zone, and the quick draw.
Yeah, that's what you have to.
You have to have those four. Those four are important. He also has catch and shoot, purple range extender, but there's the silver volume shooter. For me, no need for that, right? We've seen a lot of kids.
That gotta go.
Yeah.
Unless there's been like a trend with volume shooter, which I don't think that there has been. Like I still don't. We're in December now, and I don't think you need it. I don't think you need volume shooting.
I think he's better off taking those 2 badge points off volume and maxing out Deadeye and Green Machine. Get them purple.
1,000%.
Those are way more valuable badges.
Yep.
There's no point for volume shooter, honestly. Like,
Right.
you know, you're much better off with that Green Machine, much better off with that Deadeye, or even Hot Zone Hunter. You want to get that purple instead, but I think that volume shooter has to go, and you should max one of those 3 badges, Green Machine, Deadeye, or Hot Zone.
And just from a high level perspective here, it seems like when you have 21 shooting badges and you only have 1 purple, I think you got to get at least 2 or 3 purple in there, right? If you're going to have that many badges,
I think so.
you got to use them. You can spread them out
100%.
some, but
Yeah.
all right, let's look at playmaking here. We got the bailout for Nate. He's going tight handles and quick first step purple, which I think we all agree is excellent. Gold dimer, handles for days. What about needle threader and unpluckable? I'm guessing those are the 2 you guys would say maybe could shuffle somewhere else. What do you think?
I like the get it.
Okay. Yeah. So I actually like unpluckable. You know, again, I kind of spoke about this last week. I've been using pickpocket. I think a lot of people have been understanding that pickpocket is actually a pretty good badge if you can use it. And for that reason, I think that increases the value of unpluckable. I know you have people out there that are saying, "Oh, I have it on. I should never get plucked." Well, that's not how it works. You just get plucked, you know, a less amount.
Yep.
So I like unpluckable. And then the needle threader is, I think I'd go floor general probably. And maybe you could have somebody else put that on though. You might be able to go. I don't. That last one is tough. I don't know. Wolf, what do you think?
Me personally, needle threader is a great badge. I love that badge. I should be playing Park a lot. But I think purple's needle threader is excessive. I think silver is a good threshold for that badge. So I think I'll take that down to silver. And then since with those 2 extra badge points, I could either I'll throw it on silver downhill to get out on those fast breaks to get the ball.
Yeah.
If you're playing 3-on-3, obviously if you're playing 2-on-2, don't put downhill because you're not running fast breaks. But if you're playing Pro-Am and you guard up top, or if you're playing 3-on-3 park, downhill's a great badge to have. So throw that silver, or if you don't want that, he could max out dimer to purple, and then max out unpluckable to purple, so he don't get plucked at all. So I think those are 2 good options. I think he definitely has to lower down needle threader to silver. Purple's way too excessive, and then use those 2 badge points however he sees fit.
Good deal. Okay, last but not least, he has his 3 badges in defense and rebounding on clamps and interceptor. Not bad, right?
No, I don't think there's much else you could really do.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's probably perfect because he's playing, you know, again, second fiddle on defense. So when he gets switched on, when you have to switch, and then he can be pinchy and try to get steals.
Good deal.
I think it's solid.
All right, let's go ahead and rate him. I'm typing in here for the first time. So Wolf, I'll have you go first. What do you want to rate One Red Mike?
I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. Like I said, it's a basic play sharp build, day 1 build. Not the worst point guard build, but obviously not the best since we learned more about the game and how it works. But at day 1, this was the best build. He had Shocker to take over, and when day 1 with that pair with difficult shots was unstoppable. It was super broken, but this build is not bad. Like I said, 7 out of 10, solid.
Okay, Nate, what about you?
I'm going with a 7 out of 10 too. I think you know, like you said, it's a day 1 build. It's not bad at all. Now we're in December. Meta's out. Whether it's Park Pro-Am, it could be better. But I think for what he's trying to do, sort of be a two-way player, point guard position is not bad.
All right. Here's my rating. It's a 7.5. We're going up a half. I agree with everything you guys said, but One Red Mike is our winner of the code. Essentially, we've been giving out 2 K-Lab codes, but this one, we gave out a spot on Rate My Build, and he is the winner. He went and commented on our Elgato post and showed us some love over there. So I got to show him some love. We're raising it up to a 7.5 for my guy, One Red Mike.
Shout out to Mike. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Shout out, Mike.
Right. Next up, our small forward on this edition of Rate My Build, XW2372 at Javier Woodson. He's a small forward, like I said, 6'8", 1 above minimum wingspan, 94 overall, 210, plays all game modes. I'm not going to read the full paragraph here, but this is Scottie Pippen, guys. This is the Scottie Pippen build. Says he's the best sidekick to play the game. Focus on D and playmaking, rec, pro-am, you name it. This is a good all-around build in my opinion. But let's jump into his attributes. Nate, what do you see here for the facilitating finisher?
Yeah, well, first off, he looks like Scottie Pippen.
Doesn't he? Look at him there.
Yeah.
You have the wrong jersey on, though.
Look at the next picture, though. Look down one more.
Let me look. Oh, there you go.
He's got it.
He's got it.
I like that.
He's got the finger wraps. All right. So he looks like Scotty. That's good. So yeah, this build is what it's sort of explained to be. It's an all-around build. He's got, he's hovering right around that high 70 to 80 across all of his defensive stats. Same with his shooting stats. I think his 366. It's very doable from the corner. Anywhere else, that's a little tough. But his his finishing stats, he's got 80 driving dunk, 85 close shots, so not too bad. But just I would say my early takeaways of it is that it's kind of a do-it-all build, pretty good, not great at anything. So yeah, those are my early thoughts.
Go ahead, Wolf.
So I have the build on both consoles, 6'8". This is my power forward build. This is my favorite build to use. He did mess up quite a bit on a few things. Well, the biggest thing I've seen was he made his arms 1 from minimum. So this build is a hybrid defending, hybrid playmaking. So you're gonna want to max those arms completely. Yeah, you may lose. So I think on my build I have a 61 3-ball max arms, but everything else on defense goes up a ton. I have about 80 steal, 89 defensive rebounding. So like everything on the red chart goes up way more. So it's more beneficial to max out those arms. And he's a lockdown primary. He has to take over lockdown badge. So
it's good to have long wingspan too. In general, I think it's good to have long wingspan.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you play on pass lanes, you get more steals, you get more blocks, more rebounds. That's what Scottie Pippen did. He wasn't a dribbler or a shooter. He could do those things, but that wasn't like his strong suit.
Sure.
So, so he kind of messed up on the arms, and that was kind of big. And weight as well. Weight 210. That's okay. I made mine lowest weight just to be a little bit more faster laterally, but that's not that big of a deal. The biggest thing is the wingspan. But yeah, we'll take a look at badges. Finishing. These badges gotta go. Pro Touch, Relentless, take those off. Acrobat, take it off. Slithery's good. I think you're gonna want to max out Fancy. I think you gotta go Contact Gold, Fancy Gold, and then Slithery Silver.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think those are the best for finish in my opinion.
I'm with it. Let's look at shooting.
Shooting, yeah, he has silver catch and shoot, silver quick draw, gold range extender. I'd take off range extender. I know there's those people, but it helps shoot deep middies or something. I don't care about that. Take off range extender. You need to be able to shoot, in the corner at a high clip. I'd probably go bronze catch and shoot. I would probably go silver hot zone, maybe silver green machine, maybe something like that. You might be able to, if you really value corner specialist that high, maybe, but I just think that hot zone and green machine are so important.
So you think you have to have 38 on here too, if you're a silver?
Yeah, that's not even a question.
Yeah.
You have to have 30. Yeah, you can't afford, with 7 shooting badges, you can't afford having quick draw higher than 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's look at playmaking real quick. Interesting, he has Hall of Fame dimer on this build
like
too.
that.
You like
I
that? That's
Yeah,
Scottie
so
Pippen.
on my build, I have 14 playmaking. So I mean, just one up. But I run first step Hall of Fame, postman Hall of Fame, dimer Hall of Fame, and then I do break starter silver. So he has the downhill Hall of Fame, so he probably plays like differently than me because I really don't push the ball up. But I think this is a solid setup. Nothing more to change, to be honest.
I probably, so with this one, I like the setup too. I don't think you can go wrong with it. The only thing I probably would have done differently is I would have swapped dimer for floor general, just because I think that it might impact your teammates a little bit better on the offensive end. But dimer on Hoff is fine too, but I'd go floor.
Perfect. Okay. Defense and rebounding. This is his highest potential upgrade section here. He has 17 badges. It looks like he's been watching some of our videos here besides that Intimidator and Interceptor maybe. What do you guys think there? But he has short arms too, right?
He does, yeah. Yeah, so... go ahead, Will.
I definitely, since you only have 17 defending badges and you're a primary lockdown, you can't afford to have that Intimidator purple. You got to lower that down to bronze. And then you can use those 3. I would use those 3 attributes and maybe do Pick Dodger silver and then Rim Protector silver. I think that'll be a solid setup. I think Pick Dodger is needed, especially when you're a 6'8" big body person like that, like Scottie Pippen. You're gonna want to have some Pick Dodger, maybe not purple, but just a little bit, just so you can slide through screens more, because you're kind of slower than the guard. You're still fast, but you gotta remember guards are 99 speed, 96 speed, so you gotta try to keep up with them as much as you can.
Yep.
Yeah, so definitely lower Intimidator to bronze, and then use those attributes to Pick Dodger, and then max out maybe a few other badges that you'll like.
Nate, you on board with that?
Yeah, I think so for the most part. My only thing with this one is like, and again, I've recently became a big fan of the pickpocket badge. I think it's actually pretty good on this game. The only thing is with him, he's got 74 steal, which that's pretty low even with the steals boost. So if you wanted to experiment a little bit and maybe even drop pickpocket and Intimidator, and then you could really, get glitchy and put, not only Pick Dodger up, but maybe Rim Protector and Interceptor at that point. So I think you can experiment if you think you're getting a lot of flux or making the point guard, sort of stumble with his dribble. Leave pickpocket on Hoff. Otherwise, you can.
Good deal. All right, let's rate him. Nate, I'll have you go first this time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give him. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I think it's a fair build. He's also only at a 94, so he's got what 6 or 7 technically more attributes to go up. Until he gets to a 99.9. So there's some room for growth there. I think if you can clean up the badges a little bit, I think it's a similar to Scottie Pippen build. The only thing being obviously the knack is the wingspan. I think that's the biggest knack, but outside of that, it's decent.
Good deal. Wolf?
I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. I may be a little biased. This is like my build that I use in Pro-Am, so I kind of like it a lot. But I would give him a 10, but like I said, he messed up on the wingspan, just like Nate said earlier. And kind of like on the badge numbers, like on mine, I get 9 finishing, 7 shooting, 14 playmaking, and 18 defending. So I don't know how he has like 1 less of everything, so it's kind of weird. But overall solid build. I use it, so big fan. Just messed up on little things, so I'll give him 8 out of 10.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a 7 as well. I think it's kind of average across the board. Doesn't really do anything too well, but does a lot of things at an average level. Simple as that. So I'm going to give him an average rating at a 7. Switch a couple of the badges, like the guys said, and maybe think about if you make another build, get those long arms, get Interceptor, and then you'll be swinging. Okay?
100%.
All right. Next up, I'm going to try to pronounce this name correctly. I'm guessing it's That's Psy. Hopefully I got you right. At Jared. He's a power forward, 6'11", 200 default wingspan, 97 overall, 260. Only plays Pro-Am on this build. So he says he uses jump shot 38. He's a corner sitter on his team. They have a paint beast at the 4 who runs pick and roll, so a masher. He said he greens pretty consistently and he has his shot bar off. Has another version of this build with no finishing, more shooting, as well as playmaking badges with longer arms. And he asked for our recommendation on which build he should use between those two. So before we answer that question, let's go through the build, and then you guys at the end will let you know which build we think you should use. So Wolf, what do you think about this Glass Lock King Callaway?
Yeah, so this is a basic 6'11" popper build. A lot of people use it. He plays corner with it, so that's fine as well. The biggest caveat I see off rip was the 2 under default wingspan. That's a big no-no. When you're 6'11", you want to max those arms again, especially when you're a big man. That helps you rebound. That helps you stay in passing lanes. That helps you get blocks. Helps you contest shots. Long arms are a must. Wingspan is really big in this game. So when you're a big man, that's one of the main things you should do. Yeah, he might say, I get a bonus in 3. It may go from a 71 to a 76 like he has on the chart here. But when you have purple badges and you're shooting from the corner, you don't need a 76 3 ball. You should be able to green with a 70 with those purple badges to help, the dimer, the floor general. You will have help shooting, so you don't need those short arms just to boost your shooting. So that's like the biggest thing about this build that I see off rip.
Okay. One thing before you dive in, Nate, he has rim takeover. Do you guys think he's defending corner too? Or,
he better be guarding the pick and roll with this build.
You think so? Opinion. Yeah.
Well, the short arms, that's kind of tough though, you know.
I know. I think it's unfortunate that he has that short wingspan, but you would think that a 6'11" glass lock, like, I think you should be, unless he said something about him having a 5 who is, he says he's a corner sitter, and we have a paint piece at the 4 who runs the pick and roll. Yeah, okay, I guess. That's
okay. Like, having rim badge in the corner is okay because you can swing, get blocks. I mean, you should be able to get takeover quite a bit. But I mean, I think the biggest deal about this off rip is the arms. Like that's huge, especially when you're 6'11". You could be like Giannis out there in the corner, like with Hall of Fame interceptor and getting blocks. So
speaking of, let's dive into his badges and see what he's done here. So Nate, on finishing, what do you think he's used his 5 badges for here?
Yeah, so he's fancy on silver and contact on gold. Not bad. I mean, I don't really see anywhere else he could have put it. Maybe Lob City finisher instead of contact if that's something you wanted to do, but I think it's fine as is, in my opinion.
Okay. Wolf, any changes from you?
This build can't really finish that well in traffic or in the paint. You're not going to catch bodies. You're not going to probably finish any contact layups. Me personally, depending on play style, I'll probably try to get back down Punisher on just to use those post fades if he does that for his team. If he doesn't, then this is a fine setup. But, this build is not meant to be mashing, so you probably won't go crazy in the paint. But only 5 badges is probably the best he could do right now.
All right, let's look at shooting here.
Shooting. So I would say, silver catch and shoot, silver corner, green machine, quick draw range. So quick draw and bronze with 38, still pretty good. I personally like quick draw and silver with 38. I think that's kind of the best combo that you can get, especially if you can use it, And then I don't know how I feel about the range extender. I don't know how much he's going to be sitting hash. And one thing about that too, even if your claim to fame is, I can shoot hash pretty well. If a shot goes up and you guys miss and you're 6'11" and you're the first guy that needs to get back on defense, that's a great point. That's going to be a big issue. So, which is why, so lead into that, I'd say I would take off range extender, and probably just put that on Deadeye. Honestly, maybe even Deadeye on silver and Green Machine on silver if you want to mesh that. But I would take off.
Wolf, similar.
So, yeah, Green Machine bronze is a waste of a badge. I think that's a badge that needs to be gold or Hall of Fame, just for it to be useful, because you might need 3 or 4 greens just for that to kick in at bronze, which I don't know how many jump shots he's taking a game, but that probably doesn't seem logical for your 4 to be shooting that many threes.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'll definitely take off Green Machine, put that on quick draw, get that jump shot 38 with silver quick draw. You gotta also remember he's 6'11", so a jump shot slower than anybody.
Correct.
It's not. So you're gonna want that. You might need gold for 38, to be honest, because when you're taller like that, like your jump shot's way slower. So depending on how fast he gets that off, you might need gold quick draw. But as of now, I think silver will be okay. Range extender, he has to probably lower. I'm not really sure how many times he's sitting hash on offense. Probably not, because you're gonna want your guard up there most times out of not. So yeah, I'll definitely put that on Deadeye, and I think he'll be fine. I mean, I'm agree with Nate.
And I'm with both of you. I think you either have to up your quick draw or you have to have Deadeye on, because people are going to be able to close out and contest. You have to have one or the other, and it's probably better to have both, right? Take off Green Machine, put it on quick draw, and just move range extender gold up to Deadeye gold.
Yep.
All right. Hey, that was easy. We all agreed for once. All right. I think we're going to agree on this one too. Break starter makes sense here for playmaking.
Yeah, 100%.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough. Whoops. I'm skipping ahead here. Okay. What about defense and rebounding?
Oh, he's got a lot. He's got 20 badges, and he's got a lot in some different areas.
Okay.
So,
He does.
Well, I think Wolf made this point last week, so I'm going to steal it from Wolf. Box anything higher than bronze, maybe silver if you really want to. Probably don't need it. I think you get similar animations with bronze or silver. So you can probably drop that down a little bit. Unless you're setting the screens on offense, I don't know how important brick wall is going to be.
Yeah.
Unless you're setting a screen every single possession.
Right.
Interceptor, intimidator, pogo stick, that's fine. Rim, chase down's fine. You might, and I'm biased towards the floor general and the defensive leader type badges, but I think when you bring down box, bring down brick wall, you can put defensive leader on gold with this build, especially you're out of a corner. So then your P&R, the guy that you have running your pick and roll defense, that paint beast, his play is elevated along with your locks. So that's what I would do. And
before you talk, Wolf, rim protector, if you're playing out a corner, does that need to be max? You think he's going to be down there enough, dropping enough to use purple rim protector? No, it doesn't need to be. The only thing is, though, I don't know where else I would put that. Okay. Maybe you can up interceptor to Hoff and maybe pogo to or chase down. I wouldn't put clamps on probably. Maybe on bronze, if anything. I don't know. Wolf?
So me personally, I think rim protector purple off the corner is fine. Depends on the play style. Like me, I have it purple because I drop a lot. I like to move around, and getting those blocks, one, not only helps me get takeover, but helps my teammates. So that's big for rim protector. Definitely put box to bronze, don't need to go brick wall. I doubt he said he sits corner on offense, so right. I don't know why he needs brick wall, so I'll take that off completely. Pogo silver is great. Intimidator silver, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll put that to bronze, and I'll probably, so with the 4 upgrades that we get from box bronze and no brick wall, I'll probably put it on clamps bronze. Just I think that's a good build to have, the good match to have out the corner, because it makes the person pick up the dribble if they're trying to drive past you. So that's kind of useful. Just having it on bronze is good. And then, I mean, he could up Intimidator purple if he wants that with those extra badges he gets. Or he could put that on defensive leader, like you said, Nate, or put his interceptor up to purple. It may not be as effective because like I said, his wingspan is super, super low for a big man. So that kind of hurts his interceptor chances. But
Yeah, I think the wingspan with this build, that's a killer. Like,
It's a killer,
especially
yeah.
to have it 2 notches, not even just 1, but like you need that max wingspan, I think, unless you're really a guard on this game.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I just think you.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and rank this one. Wolf, I'll let you go first here.
I'm gonna give this build. It's a regular popper build, but the wingspan kills it. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Just because it's, you know, the wingspan really kills it. If he had longest arms, his build would be like a 9. Just because, you know, it's good across the board. It does everything well. It can shoot. It can rebound. That's what you need out your 4 or the 5. So, but the wingspan kills it. So I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay, Nate.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my rating, and I want to transition to answering his question that he wrote in this paragraph. So I'm gonna also give him a 6 out of 10, and for all the reasons Wolf just said, and the wingspan's a killer. You got to do some badge rearrangement. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. And then he said, just real quick, he said, I have another version of this build with no finishing and more shooting, as well as playmaking badges with longer arms. I'm assuming with longer arms means max wingspan. Maybe not. I mean, it's got to be close. And to be honest, I think that's probably the better build if it's around the same overall. Like, if you're gonna get that longer wingspan, you're gonna have this. It allows you to, if you're getting more shooting badges, you can put that green machine up and then still keep your other badges with, you know, swapping range extender and deadeye. And then your finishing badges, you're not gonna finish a ton with 5 finishing badges. And you're not changing life with, you know, 5 finishing badges. So I'd be interested to see his other build, but just by the way he explained it, I think that one's better.
Okay. Well, you guys gave me the opportunity to be the nice guy. I'm gonna go 6.5, just so no one gets mad at me. No, exactly what you guys said. Decent build. Again, this is the second build in a row that we haven't had max arms when they should have, most likely. So I think the takeaway from this is if you are a big, you should have max arms. Right?
Or lockdown.
Or lockdown, get out
Or
there.
power forward.
Anything but guard.
There you go.
Pretty much.
There you go. Yeah. And the last thing I'll say with this rating is Wolf and I did film a bang for your buck badge video yesterday that's coming out soon. So when you hear us talk about Intimidator on bronze, we always have people ask, why does Nate say you can only have it on bronze? Or box, why does Wolf say you can only have it on bronze? We talk about that in a video that might be out. I don't know when Spencer's gonna drop it, but make sure you check out the cheap bang for your buck badges coming soon. Next build up, we have our point guard. It's Nicky P at Nick Po3 on Twitter. He's 6'2", minimum wingspan, 99 overall, 165, and plays park and rec. So remember, no pro-am guys, just park and rec. Now this is where it gets interesting. We were talking about it right before we made this cut. He's the first player to get to 99 overall on Stadia and has 100% win percentage, never lost with this build in over 200 park games.
Yeah, that's wild.
And he says he's currently the highest rep player on Stadia at the time of submitting this. Now, you guys asked what Stadia is.
Educate us a little bit. Yeah, educate us a little bit.
So Google Stadia, this isn't sponsored, by the way. Google Stadia is a new... It's like a cloud service that you don't have to have a console. You can play on any monitor, whatever you want to. So
how many people play on that?
I saw Agent make a video. Our guy Agent made a video, and no one was in his park besides him and his buddy.
Wow.
So, and
That's pretty cool.
The other interesting thing is, Agent made a YouTube video saying he was the highest rep, I'm pretty sure, on Stadia. So Nicky, I don't know. You and Agent might have to battle this out and see who's the best Stadia player.
100% win percentage with 200 games. I don't care where. That's still pretty good.
That's
good. Not easy.
It could be on the Nintendo Switch. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now,
Bad at all.
and his build is glitchy. I heard you guys talking about it before we started. Wolf, what do you think?
I like it.
What do you think, Wolf?
So off rip, this is the best point guard build in the game. This is a hybrid shooting, hybrid finishing pie chart. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I see about this build, like a lot of people make it 6'3" instead of 6'2", so I'm curious to why he did one wingspan down. I mean, one height down. But besides that, this build is unstoppable. I mean, it could shoot from half court. It could dunk on every center. It could dribble like a pure playmaker. So I don't know how you're gonna stop this guy. So I mean, clearly he's been killing everybody. He has 100% win rate with 200 games, so no one can stop him, and it clearly shows from the build.
All right, Nate, what about his badges? Let's start at finishing.
Yeah, let's go. So I would drop consistent, up fancy to gold, and I think the rest actually isn't too bad. You might drop one of them to gold if you really love fancy that much, and you can put it up to Hoff, and then
I think so.
You would do that.
Take away consistent, put fancy gold, drop giant to gold, and then put fancy purple, and then he should
and then contact and slithery at Hoff and fancy at Hoff.
Yeah, perfect.
I don't think you can have a better combination.
Good deal.
Shooting badges, off first glance, I don't think you can have a better combination.
He's got the diamond, the shooting diamond. There it is.
So if you have that diamond, and then he's a point guard, so he's got like quick draw on Hoff, which you need, I think, as a point guard. Range extender on Hoff, great. And then he just had the extra badge, and he said, you know what, I'm just going to throw it on catch and shoot if I'm in a situation where I get stuck and I got a dex, and so I'm fine with the shooting badge.
Okay. Playmaking here.
Playmaking, yeah. So I don't know how important base crater is. I'm not too sure. That'd be my one badge where I'm like, I don't know. I might want to go. I know he's playing Park and Rec. I would probably go Dimer though, unless
I'm with you. Yep.
You know, unless you really, Wolf. I don't know how you feel about that, but
I would definitely take off Space Creator, and I'll put unpluckable gold.
Okay. So then
that's
you want,
important. Like when you're playing guard, you don't want to get ripped. So you're gonna want to max that to gold, and then you have that one extra badge. I'm not sure Bronze Diamond is gonna really change anything, so I'll probably max out Needle Threader or put that on downhill. That one badge. I think he'll be set after that.
Yeah, that's not bad either. I think you can't go wrong. I think with either going unpluckable or, or Dimer if you really wanted to. But either way, I think you'll be okay.
I like Dimer personally. If you're playing threes in the park or Rec, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
I personally think I would go Dimer because I love sharing the love. Wolf, I know you like putting your head down and just not getting plucked, but Nate and we're passing. We're facilitating out
I
here.
like to pass, so don't get me wrong, but
I don't think you can go wrong. They're both good.
yeah, you got to remember, like, he only has 15 playmaking badges, and like you have to. Sometimes you got to be a little selfish. You got to. When you're the guard, you can't be getting plucked up.
Yeah.
And to your point, it's also he's mainly playing Park, which means steals are even a little bit easier in Park.
True.
Maybe having that unpluckable higher.
All right.
It's easier to shoot in the Park too.
Well, Wolf convinced me. So I'm sorry, good. I didn't even think.
Or I mean, like he can even take off Needle Threader and put it. You could do unpluckable gold, take off Needle, and then throw on gold Diamond. You got both.
Sure.
That's not a bad compromise. I'm with you.
That's like best of both worlds. I mean, then your passes might get stolen, but it is what it is.
Just don't pass it all. Head down. You're banging on everybody. So okay, he's got 5 defensive and rebounding badges. Is Intimidator Gold what you guys would use?
No, I would do. And I would probably do. If you're going to be playing Park, you're probably going to be guarding ball. I would go Bronze Intimidator and then maybe Silver Pick Dodger, maybe.
I'll go Pickpocket over
Pickpocket.
You go Pickpocket over. Okay, I'd go Pick Dodger. I think I would. I think you're going to be getting big bodied. I mean, okay. First of all, the guy's 200 in it, so he's clearly winning with Gold Intimidator and so. But if you ever come to the box or to the PS4 servers or whatever, I think you could go Pick Dodger. I get the Pickpocket choice. I'm not mad.
Yeah, I'll go Pickpocket just because he has a 79 steal. So if you're getting bumpy and you know throw a pluck in there too, I think he'll be able to get a few plucks. Pick dodger, yeah, it could be useful, but like if you got stick and you go around those screens,
Yeah.
you got 99 speed, you know, he should be able to avoid some screens.
Sometimes you might be getting big body though.
Yeah, no, you're right, 100%.
You can
100%.
get,
Yeah, sometimes.
you can get big body, but I definitely, I'm not mad at the pick.
Yeah. I think it's more like choice, like whatever you want, you know,
Yeah.
whatever you see thinks is better. So,
Yep.
Perfect. All right, well, I'm going to rate this one first since I haven't yet. I'm going to give it a 9. Okay, and here's why. I think it's an outstanding build, but a couple things knocked you off. First is that height. I think that brings you down to a 9.5. If you made the 6'3", you're already way up there. It's almost a perfect build. And then the other tick is those couple badges. I think you could make them a little better. So I was between a 9 and a 9.5. I'll give you a 9 because I have a feeling the guys might go even higher than that. But let's see. Wolf, what do you think?
9.5.
I knew it. There it is.
9.5 out of 10. The only knock, like you said, is the height. So if he was 6'3", I'll give him a 10 out of 10. But
Okay.
he's 6'2", so that kind of, you know, that brings him down half a notch. But yeah, this is the best guard build in the game. You know, so he did a good job.
Okay, and I forgot to say, 100% win percentage is nutty. So
Yeah,
you're-
that's no matter what
amazing.
you're playing on. You're playing on the GameCube,
Wow.
it's nutty. So
Right, that's no lag outs. That's nothing. No bad teammates. Hats
yeah,
off to you.
solid.
All right, Nate, what do you think?
And for that reason, I'm going to also give him a 9.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a 9.5. I think it's an almost perfect build. The height is the only knack. I'm not gonna knack him on his badges because I mean there was really only 3 things in total. Maybe we told him that he's got to change, which compared to some other people, that's
True.
not that bad.
True.
Yeah.
He's 200-0 in park. You gotta respect that. You respect the win percentage. 9.5 out of 10. Mr. Nice is a
Nice is a one.
Nice is a one.
Regardless,
We're just gonna call him Mr. N.
Mr. N, Mr. Nice. How about Mr. Nice?
Mr.
That's nice. All right, I like that.
Mr.
Nice.
Nice. Congratulations, you are our center build, Mr. Nice. 6'10". He's got the max wingspan. So here's our first build. It's got the max.
Good.
98 overall, 247 Park Rec Pro-Am. He runs Tony Parker bass, and his release is Rudy Gay. So if we hop into it, this is Chad David. Interesting, two-way playmaker at the center position, has rim protector, takeover. Nate, what do you think here?
So my first thing that I noticed off rip is that if he's playing the pick and roll, pick and pop on offense, I don't think a 62-3 is going to be good enough to consistently hit the pop. I don't. Correct. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, you're
I
right.
So I don't think it's going to be good enough to hit the pop. So, which means he probably has to be playing corner on offense, and then if you want to put him on the pick and roll on defense, I think that's probably what you can do. His defensive stats are pretty high. He's got 93 block, 85 offensive rebound, 93 defensive rebound, 84 interior defense, so it's pretty good. And then his playmaking is actually pretty good too. He's got 86 pass accuracy, along with 75 post moves, only 61 ball handling, but I mean it's not bad for playmaking. But and then his finish, he's not going to finish anything unless it's wide open on him. So those are my early thoughts. And then he has max wingspan and he's 6'10", so that's not bad. He's going to be pretty fast, you know. So
Yeah. This build is so. I know a few league players and a few prime teams that run this build. I recently found out about it like a few weeks ago, and this build is mainly used to guard pick and roll on defense, and then sit corner and hit the open shots on offense. So with that being said, I scrolled down a little bit and I saw that he uses brick wall gold. So I think he sets the screen.
Yep. Yeah.
So I think that's going to drop it down a bit because this is not the best offensive build. Obviously, it's built for playmaking and defense. So that's kind of bad. But I think overall, just like first glance, this build is great. It's super fast. It's big. It can rebound. Has break starter purple, dimer. Like this build on defense is a demon. It could cause some havoc on the pick and roll, so I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, we can advance to the badges.
He's got a lot of work to do in the badge.
Yeah.
Just from glancing, like
one finishing. I mean, contact, okay. I mean, it's not really much.
Sure, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, you got one finishing badge, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I know someone who has this build. Like, it could dunk in the open. Like when it's obviously like has 74 driving dunk, so it could dunk, but you're not moving on people and stuff. So yeah, contact is fine.
Okay, let's look at shooting. Deep fade silver. Ooh, haven't seen that in a while.
Interesting.
I think, so he's got 79 post. He might be trying to use this guy as like a, shoot post fades like late in the shot clock sort of build.
Which is not bad.
It can work, but I would probably take range extender off.
100%.
And I think I would put on I'd probably put on Hot Zone Hunter. I might take, man, I don't know what to do with it. It's tough, man.
I think his best bet if you want to shoot fades and shoot okay, I think you take off catch and shoot, you take off range extender, and then you put deep fades gold and then Hot Zone Hunter silver.
It's not bad.
And then he can still hit his corner three. And if he has a midi hot zone, then his fades get boosted in the midi because he has Hot Zone Hunter. And he has gold deep fade. So he should be able to shoot a corner three. Like I said, he has a silver corner with Hot Zone Silver, so that's good enough. And then he has deep fade gold with Hot Zone Silver in the midi for this fade. So I think that's his best bet.
And on the flip side, if you don't feel like you can do both at the same time, you can shoot fades and hit the three. I would just take off deep fades completely along with range extender and just put it on Hot Zone Hunter gold.
Yeah,
true. If you feel like you can't shoot fades and green consistently, if you feel like you can do that, then do exactly what Wolf just said.
Perfect. All right, depends. Let's move on here. Playmaking. What do you think here? Any changes?
So I think, well, first of all, I think he's got, for not being a point guard, he's got a lot of playmaking badges, which I just don't think that you need. I love the quick first step, especially out of the corner, but like Wolf said, he's got brick wall on, so I think he's going to be playing a lot of, pick and roll, pick and pop action, so I don't know how important it's going to be. The floor general is fine. The break starter is fine. The dimer even is probably fine. The way you have it set up, I think, is actually not bad. I don't know if you could do anything else. I literally don't know if you could do anything.
The only thing I'll change personally is I'll lower break starter to silver and then max out post spin and first step.
Okay.
Just because he has an 86 pass accuracy. So I personally run break starter silver and I never throw the ball to bounce. Never.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have that high pass accuracy, you don't need break starter purple. So that'll be my only thing I'll change for playmaking. I mean, floor general purple's fine. Dimer purple's fine. If that's the way his team is set up, he has to run floor general, that's perfectly fine. But I will definitely max out first step and post spin and lower break starter to silver.
Good deal. All right, last but not least, his badge upgrades here for defense and rebounding. He seems like he's a little all over the place right here.
Yeah.
So Intimidator, way too high. Drop that down immediately. I know you're guarding the pick and roll, so you might be thinking, yeah, well, I can affect, I really can affect them when they're at the rim or if I'm switched on to the point guard, but I still think you only need it on bronze or silver. Box, like Wolf says, you can drop that. You get good enough animations with it lower. And then I'll let Wolf take the rest. I would say brick wall, I don't like this build running the pick and roll. So if you're playing with somebody that also can run pick and roll on offense and you can have this be more of a corner build, I would drop brick wall and then you could put that on clamps. You could even move up rim protector a little bit if you wanted to. So you can mess with that.
Wolf?
Off rip, take off post move, lockdown, put it on interceptor, get that purple. 6'10 max arms, you want to be in those lanes. Box, I'll put that down to bronze, and I'll also put Chase down. Also Intimidator bronze as well. Actually, he could keep that because he has 25 badges. So, I mean, if he does like Intimidator, he could do that. But honestly, what I'll do, so yeah, post move lockdown, put that to interceptor, make that purple. Box, put that down to bronze. Chase down, put it to bronze, and you have 4. I'll put that on Trapper. I'll put Trapper purple. And then I'll do Intimidator gold and Rim Protector purple. That's what I'll do for badges. I think with this build, the meta is basically like when you're on pick and roll, you want to play like super aggressive, right? You're fast, you're 6'10", so you want to try to use that Trapper. That's what a lot of people do that have this build. They'll throw on Trapper purple and they're just trying to play super high, hedge high, bait back. And I think that's the way you have to use this build. It's like I said, it's super fast, it's big, and it has a lot of defensive badges, so you could afford to throw that purple Trapper on.
Okay, Nate, what would you rank this build?
This is a tough one for me, Cody. I'm gonna give him I'm gonna go 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I think a lot of badge work you got to do, and I just think this has got to be a corner build, and I don't think that he's using it as a corner build. I think he's using it as a pick and roll, pick and pop build. If he is using it as a corner build, then I would probably change my rating to a 7, maybe even go 7.5, maybe. But a lot of badge work, and then I don't love it as a pick and roll, pick and pop build.
Okay, I'll go ahead and rate it. I'm going to give him a 7. I'm with you, Nate. I think it's a good build, I would say, but not utilized properly with how he's currently set up.
Correct.
So I'd say it's average, and probably not the best meta in Pro-Am especially. And I think you could definitely find better builds in Park too. So not a bad build.
It is a good build.
Right.
Like it's a good build. It's just not great.
Yeah.
6.5.
Wolf?
So I'm gonna give this build a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. He likes it.
Just because, I think this build is great. I think it's a great build, but he's using it the wrong way. He should not be setting the screen on offense. Like that should not be. With this build, like you guys said, you have to be in the corner on offense. Your job is to maybe get offensive rebounds for your team, kick out, use the Hall of Fame dimer, and hit your open shots. That's all you got to do on offense. But defensively, this build could be a game changer. When you're 6'10", almost 80 speed. When he gets 99, he'll be 80 speed at 6'10". On the pick and roll with 25 defensive badges. So if you take away brick wall, he has a plethora of badges you can throw on, cause havoc on the pick and roll. That's why I think this build, like if you use it the right way, it could be a 9 out of 10 in my opinion. But since, it looks like he's setting the screen on offense, that's not it with this build, so I'm giving it 7.5.
Well, we did try to shorten the episode because I know they are long, but it's hard to speed the guys up because they have so much valuable information to talk about. It's crazy.
How was this episode, Cody?
It was great. Am I saying what I just said again?
No, we're done with the episode, and we're going to just outro it, but I just want to know how it went.
I think it went really well. It was fun. We had some high ratings. One of the highest point guard builds we've seen, I think. Had a celebrity appearance, had a Stadia player, first one we've ever had on the channel.
We haven't even tried. Should we try that sometime?
That might be fun. Yeah.
That could be a video idea.
I could.
But maybe we can't play 2K.
Right. Play a different game on Stadia.
Play a different game on Stadia. There's a video idea. Only one person could put that.
Hey.
You guys have to come up with your other ideas on your own.
Halo Reach on Stadia.
That's right up Cody's alley.
I would love it.
By the way, if you have no idea what we're talking about, you can win a spot on the next Rate My Build episode by commenting down below a video idea that is not 2K related. Use your brain, as Cody said earlier, and come up with something unique. Don't copy someone else. If there's duplicates, we're not going to pick duplicates.
Precisely. Well said.
All right, guys. That's it for this video. From all of us here at Pacers Gaming, myself and Cody included.
That's pretty much it, guys. We're all here
right now. We'll see you guys in the next one.
On the Edge by Lady Gaga. There you go. Alexa, pause. Notice I didn't say stop, because that's coming back on when we're done.